right, this is pre-calc section 2.7, solving equations in one variable. All right, I'm going to kind of do some of the problems out of the book or some of our assignment problems, kind of to show you some examples of how to do this. All right, so if we're going to solve this, we need to clear the denominator. Well, these ones are easy when the denominator is all the same. So I'm just going to multiply every single one of these by 3, which is going to clear out the denominator, okay? So that's x minus 2 plus x plus 5 equals 1. We got rid of the denominator, so now that's 2x minus 3 equals 1, 2x equals 4, and x equals 2. So you want to clear out by the common denominator to get rid of it, okay? Remember, on these problems when we're dealing with rational expressions, you're going to have x in your numerator or your denominator to start. Make sure you double check. It could be extraneous, meaning that a solution may not count because it makes it divide by 0. So in that case, you would just throw it out. Okay, let's do one like this. I don't have a denominator over here, but I do over here, and it's x. So I'm going to just multiply everything by x. Okay? So that distribute here, x squared plus 2x, that x would cancel, equals 15. Anytime you got an x squared and an x, you want to zero it out so we can solve it. Most of these are going to be factorable. Okay, so 3 and 5, I believe, and we would need plus 5 minus 3. So my solutions are negative 5 and positive 3. So none of those are we can't have 0 couldn't have been an answer because that would have been extraneous because that makes the bottom 0. So we're good. We don't have to worry about it. Negative 5 and 3 are our solutions. All right, let's try number 11. All right. A little different here. If I factor this one, that's the same thing as x times x plus 1 if I factor an x out of that. So that's my greatest common factor. So I have to multiply every single thing by x times x plus 1 to clear out my denominator. Okay, so that 2 would go out front, so 2x times x plus 1. Here, the x plus 1 would cancel, so we have minus 1 times x, so minus x. And then here, it would all cancel, so then we would have equals 1. So remember now, when we started this problem, if we get 0 or negative 1 as one of our answers, we'll have to throw that out. All right, so this gives us 2x squared plus 2x minus x equals 1. 2x squared plus x minus 1 equals 0. I'm just going to use Desmos because it's got a number in front there. So what was it? 2x squared plus x minus 1. Boom. Right there is our zeros, 0.5 and negative 1. So 0.5 and negative 1. But remember, we couldn't use negative 1 because that makes the denominator 0. So we throw that answer out because it's extraneous. And so our only answer to that problem would be 0.5. All right. All right, let's try one more. Let's factor this bottom here, which is x, what? Well, these are going to be the factors on the left. So that's going to be x plus 5 times x minus 2. So I'm going to multiply every single fraction by that. Okay, so the x plus 5 cancels here, and so we have 3x times x minus 2. The x minus 2's cancel here, so we have plus 1 times x plus 5, which would be just x plus 5. And then the whole thing is going to cancel over here, so that equals 7. So I distribute 3x squared minus 6x plus 5. And I'm going to move that 7 over there to zero it out. So that gives me what? 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. Yeah, equals 0. All right, now remember from the beginning, if we get negative 5 or 2 for an answer, we do have to throw that out. So let's go to Desmos. 3x squared minus 5x minus 2. Isn't that right? Yeah. All right, boom, negative 1/3 and positive 2. So our two solutions are negative 1/3 and positive 2. But remember, in the beginning, we couldn't be 2, so that's extraneous. So our solutions are going to be negative 1/3. All right. All right. Find the dimensions of a rectangle with minimum perimeter if its area is 300 square meters. So remember, area of a square is going to be x times x, and we want that to equal 300. If you want the minimum perimeter, you want to get it as close, you want to make it a square. So that would be x squared equals 300. So take the square root of 300. So second square root 300 on the old calc, 17.32. So we would want to make our dimensions 17.32 by 17.32 meters. So we want to make, you want to minimize your perimeter, you want to make it as close to a square as humanly possible. Okay, they do a little differently, but you still get the same answer, same way, 17.32. All right, that's a wrap for section 2.7.